I hit the phone again, going like this. So he was saying when you mess with the way that a sentence is created, of course, and the way that words are created, then you mess with the meanings of the words. And of course, it always takes me back to Myst and the fact that they were using words to create worlds. And I'm really starting to think that's probably what happened with us. And there is definitely a correlation to that. And he in somewhere, and because I was skipping around with videos, somewhere they were talking about be specific with your words. And I think it was Chris that said that, Mark Christopher. Because he was saying, of course, what you say creates your reality. So speak simply. Make sure your words do not have more than one meaning. Yeah, I'm almost sure it was him. It was Mark. It was Morpheus. What's the guy's name already? Yeah. He said, speak simply. Be careful with your words. And I was like, well, that I understand. You know, always weigh and measure. And what I say is to say it from your soul and not from your overthinking. Because that is what gets us in a lot of trouble. I think that would be the biggest thing out of what he said regarding the speaking. That is very important. And again, this is the Christopher guy, not the David guy, because he has just so much to say. You know, I've just barely scratched the surface of him. So yeah, the court situation. He was basically saying again that judges were not really legit. It was just, it's kind of a game, just a system. And you need to know these things when you go to court. You need to know that when you walk into a courtroom, you're leaving the world behind and you're in dry dock, in basically a vessel, I think is what he said. And, yeah. Whoa. I'm definitely going to listen to more. Because he's really interested in helping people. He wants people that are open to understand and to know what's going on. And there's only like 8 people on the planet teaching this stuff. So he said he's actually teaching it in Britain, I think. There's someone here teaching it. And I think they must have learned it from the David guy. Yeah, so it's obviously something that's hidden. The whole universal postal thing threw me. And then he started explaining about, traveling, vessels traveling, like postage has to travel, and that the money system is run by the postal union. I was like, whoa, that might have something to do with the money they're trying to get from our birth certificate, which he kept avoiding talking about. He said it's all very interesting, but he hasn't really dealt with it yet. So he didn't deny it existed. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about on that is that our birth certificate was used to make money, that it was registered when we were born. Our parents do not have a copy, even though I couldn't figure out why I could never get a legit copy from my mom. She doesn't have it. The government has the legit copies. They keep the originals and give the copies to the parents. That's so weird to me, but now I know there's a reason why. So yeah, and so these are bonds created with your numbers from your birth certificate and your social security card, and they are worth money on the stock market, and they're traded, and you're basically a commodity. And something else I ran across, speaking of commodities, is that the United States can sell anything. Anything. Water, air, anything that can be sold is available for sale in the U.S. I'm assuming that could be humans, but, they didn't mention that part. All that human trafficking that's going on? Yeah, we'll leave that alone. But anyway, so there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot, and I'm not planning on knowing it all. Right now, I'm interested in finding about how to get my money from my bond. It's mine, and I want it. And I'm interested in helping people to get out of the enslavement of this matrix. Yes, matrix that we are in. And I'll be right behind you as we leave. Or in front of you. All right? We'll talk again soon.